Right, making a new dinner, salmon patties. So I put a can of salmon. So when that canned salmon is, it's already cooked. It's canned salmon. Some breadcrumbs. I like the Italian style because they're seasoned already. And a couple eggs. Of course the eggs are cage free. Okay. Over here I've got grits cooking. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to get this fork. I'm going to mix all this up until it's like a paste. So I've got this pretty much mixed up. So when you open the can, you'll notice it has the bones in it still, the spinal cord in that. To tell you the truth, the salmon is just, it's the most healthy kind of meat. Fish is the most healthy kind of meat. But you can't eat it real often because the humans have polluted the ocean so much. There's mercury poisoning. So you really shouldn't have fish more than 2 or 3 times a week, or it's gonna, mercury poison makes you slow and lazy and it's really bad for you. But it's the fat. Besides fish is healthy, salmon fat is like the best example of healthy, how there's good and bad fat, good meat fat. And the bones are really good for you in here too. So the bones can be crushed up and so like if you really want to get all the nutrition you can, smash and crush up all the bones, because some people don't even do that because they know they're healthy. And if you don't mind when you're eating, all of a sudden a really, really soft bone crushes when you're chewing it. It's not that bad, but I take them out. I leave all the other bones that will crush up and you won't notice them. And I don't try too hard, but I pretty much just kind of, when I see the spinal cord, I just take it out. I'm really wimpy when it comes to body parts and veins and bones and gristle and things like that. So I'm just kind of naturally vegetarian, and if I'm going to be bothering with meat, I just don't want too much of that kind of thing going on. There, so now I have it. See that? It's a paste. See that? So now it can be formed into patties. So now I'm going to turn the heat on this cowboy, and I'm going to put some olive oil on there, form these into patties, and cook them on there like as if they're like hamburgers. Okay? So you can see I ended up with three patties. So that one can, I made 3 patties. Obviously I'm not going to eat 3 patties, but you would rather keep cooked patties in your fridge as leftovers than the uncooked ones, They keep longer and they heat up good. You just heat them up the same way. Heat up the frying pan with some olive oil and throw it on there and kind of just refry it up. They're not as good the second time, but they're good. They're plenty good. I'm not a microwave person. I haven't really ever owned... No, I've owned a microwave before. That's a lie. We all lie. But I try not to use microwaves. It's not my natural instinct. I don't think to myself, I'm going to use a microwave. These are already good to flip. I'm going to flip these. No, I didn't say flip off. I said flip. Okay? Like I said, the canned salmon, it's not raw. They're already cooked. So it's once it's brown and holding its shape like that, then the eggs are cooked and stuff. It doesn't take much. It's a pretty easy meal, really. So besides I have a couple. I'll have there's already a video on here about just Cajun salmon. Cajun salmon fried up with Cajun seasonings on it, just like a salmon fillet. So this is ground salmon, canned salmon that we've ground up. So it's another way to eat salmon. And then I have some tuna fish ones. So you should be eating fish once. You know how you're eating meat once a day? Well, once or twice, maybe 3 at the most times that week, have at least once have fish instead of chicken or turkey. So this is just another way to do that. Okay, there you can see I'll let these cool down. The other 2 patties are in there. I'll cover that up and put it away. Here I've got some orange wedges. I've got grits, and there's the salmon patty. I'm gonna get some lemon juice. I highly recommend you put lemon juice on it. Like a little bit more than you might think. I let that absorb in. There. A little bit of lemon juice, then just lightly salt and pepper it on top. There. Salmon patty and grits with orange wedges. My mom used to make me salmon patties, so I literally grew up with eating salmon patties. I made grits for my son once. Actually, I didn't even know what they were. I just bought some and I'm like, I want to try grits because I didn't grow up down south or anything. And I thought they were good. I like most everything. My son loved them, so they became this new thing. You know, it's kind of fun when your kid likes something.